Welcome to the Boom Squad show. I'm your host, Do Her here with Mr. RKO and Cyrus the Virus 187.
What's up, people?
Today's show is about forgiveness. Forgiveness, bro.
Forgiveness.
I don't even want to start this because I got so much to talk about forgiveness. I'm gonna let y'all go first, and then I'll chime in.
I don't know, man. Forgiveness is like when you do something stupid and you really, really, really fucked up and you say some things that you shouldn't say. I mean, you could be drunk or something and not paying attention, and then you say something out of the way, man. That you right then, dude. When you know that you fucked up, you need to just say, "Hey, yo, I forgive you."
Me.
Yeah, I see.
Me,
I'm just fucking about you.
I say shit and I don't be caring. That's the thing. I don't be caring. But like, nah, forgiveness is like, can you forgive somebody that like fucked you over though? Like dead ass. Can you forgive somebody that fucked you over, just like royally screwed you and just they still in your circle and you still gotta fuck with them, bro? Like you still gotta.
My circle, in the circle, no. Outside the circle, it depends on what they did.
Yeah.
Like in
What they
business,
do.
in business, yeah, I can fuck with somebody still because at the end of the day, it's all business. Like it ain't personal, but it's different if it's personal. Like if it's personal, you did that shit on, intentionally. I don't know, bro. Like it'll take a while. You know what I mean? Especially like let's say like somebody close. What you mean levels? Like what you hold on? What you mean levels?
I'm just saying, like to give back forgiveness, especially like
it takes time.
Relationship forgiveness.
Relationship forgiveness is a whole nother level, bro. That's a whole different animal, bro.
You got different levels. You got different levels.
They say time heals all wounds, but fuck that, bro. Like, but I mean, it's true though. It's true. Time does heal all wounds. It definitely does, because over time you be like, all right, it ain't even worth the fucking energy I'm putting into it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know. At the moment in time, you be out for blood. You be ready to get it back in blood, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, bro. You get smoked over. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? God say forgive and turn the other cheek, bro. But sometimes them cheeks be hurting. Pause. You know what I'm saying?
So what did it cost you?
Everything, bro. Everything.
Now that's sometimes that you cannot forgive. I don't care,
In what instance? Hold up. In what instance do you mean though?
I mean, if something really, really 100 bad shit happened,
I need an example now. I definitely need an example. Like,
okay, for example, like I was saying, my uncle running his mouth about my wife, about.
So you wanted to Will Smith him, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
that's a Will Smith incident. All right,
but yeah.
But see, I'm saying those are only words, bro. You know the most poisonous thing on your body is your tongue, bro, because you can't take words back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though you said that shit, it's still out there. Like, there's nothing you could do to take that shit back. You can't erase it. It's already been said. It's out there. So now that shit is jogged in your memory. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is
really show how you felt.
Yeah. Especially really like when you drunk and you upset. Those are two times that you truly show how you feel to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
You did your best, right?
I mean, you could probably forgive, but you
can always forgive, but you don't forgive somebody for them, bro. You forgive for yourself. Right. And the problem is that people don't. When you forgive somebody, right? They expect to feel better. It ain't for them though. That forgiveness ain't for them. That forgiveness is for you, so you can move forward and get past whatever the fuck that happened. You know what I'm saying? But even in the back of your mind, even if you forgive somebody, bro, that shit still fuck with you.
Mm-hmm.
So you
still try to do that forgiveness game.
Yeah, and then you still got to get over that shit. No matter how much you forgave somebody, bro, you still got to be like, all right.
That's like, my sister.
Hate you.
On my dad's side, my dad never done anything for me. I mean, I met him when I was like 11 years old. I mean, and then he took me fishing a couple of times. And then, my 21st birthday, his mom, which is my grandmother, come over to my house and brought me $20, dog. $20 and a nugget ring. Said, this is your dad give you this. And it wasn't like a couple of hours that I found out that the motherfucking ring was stolen. He stole it from somebody. Give me a stolen ring, bro. And my sister, she always says, your dad wants to talk to you and stuff like that. But, after I'm 48 years old, and this man's now want to try to reach out. I mean, I forgive him and stuff like that, but I don't want to fuck with him. It is what it is. I'm a grown ass man now. You had your chance and stuff like that.
Nah, I feel that. I do. I mean, wait. I mean, he's trying to be a part of your life, though. Like, or you feel like he's trying to ride the coattail. See, that's what you gotta. That's what you gotta distinguish. Like, and somebody genuine trying to be there, they truly sorry, or you know what I'm saying, or they just trying to appease themselves to like get at the gates of heaven. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because like my son when he was born, and everything, I took him to see him and stuff like that. But it just the things he was doing, he was, into drugs real bad, shooting up.
I can't even blame him. Who wasn't into drugs real bad back in the day?
Nah. I mean, yeah, you smoke marijuana, but this fool
I never
was
did
shooting
like
up.
heroin or nothing, but I'm just saying.
Right. I mean, he was shooting up. He got my sister on some crazy stuff, man. And I was like, how a father, how can you get your kids on the needle shooting up, heroin, meth, and all? How can you do that?
I don't know. Maybe he wanted to participate with his kids. I don't know. I can't judge here.
Right.
Oh,
I'm just saying. There's a line there.
There's a lie. This is what you did.
Maybe he wanted to be a part of that.
You just moonwalk across that line. That's what you did. You moonwalk.
I'm just saying. I don't know. It's an activity that they can do together. But all I'm saying is,
not paranormal.
No, I don't know. All I'm saying is,
it was a move. It was a finishing move. He happened.
But nah, like family forgiveness is probably the worst. But it's not something that you can't get past. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it's all about, it's for you. It ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that forgiveness is so you can get it. But a lot of people have a hard time forgiving themselves for what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though something bad might have happened, a lot of people blame themselves. So not only do you have to forgive the person that did it to you, but you got to forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? Say me and Cyrus get into it, right? We get into it real bad. He say some fucked up shit. I say some fucked up shit. I forgive him for it. You know what I mean? But then later on, I'm beating myself up like, damn, I shouldn't have really said that shit to him. Because, like, I know how it affect him. So, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm beating myself up. And this just an example. You know what I mean?
Right.
But, people do that. You know what I mean? Parents and kids, especially that shit take a toll on them. Like, childhood traumas fuck people up, especially in the long run. That's a whole nother fucking podcast. But You know what I'm saying? Childhood traumas affect adults today, late in their 30s, 40s. They still have issues where they can't get past it. You know what I mean? Because they blame themselves or they can't. You know what I mean? Like my parents did this to me. This is why I can't move on. You know what I'm saying? You know, then it leads into fucking the mindset of I can't do this or I can't do that. And I don't even say you can't. It's just you have a mindset where you can't move forward. You know what I mean? But you have to be able to forgive yourself and give yourself that insight to be like, all right, that shit happened. Now I need to be able to move forward from this. But you got a lot of people that can't move forward because they're stuck. They're stuck in that, you know.
That past.
Yeah, you stuck in the past. You stuck, you know. Shit, if you ever watched The Lion King, you know, Rafiki hit Simba in the forehead. He's like, that hurt. And he was like, it's in the past, bro. And I'd have been like, bro, I'm about to air you out right here. But that's me. You know what I'm saying? But he had a point, though. You know what I'm saying? It's in the past. It don't matter no more. You know what I mean? Like, that's where people be stuck at. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you can't let the past define you. You know what I'm saying? Like, either you try to make it better. You either make the situation better or you stay where you at. Fear keeps everybody stuck. And most people be scared to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was scared for a long time to do my own thing. Like, especially with the clothing line. Weezy, I was talking about this junk way before I even put this shit together. You know what I mean? It took me a minute to get, shit together. But, you know what I mean? Like, you either make something happen and forgive yourself for what you did, or you just stay stuck where you at. You know what I mean? You can't be scared of who you will become. And I think that's what most people be afraid of. I think they be afraid of, like, moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, even if something bad happened to you, you got to be like, all right, that shit happened. Now, because that happened, this is who I am now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people had that in them to do. But it boils down to your support system too. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't got people around there with that type of mindset, you're gonna stay in the mindset that you're at because you're like, oh, this is all I know, this is all I am, this is all I can be. You know what I mean? I don't know, just some insight words for, your boy. I mean,
a lot of people. Go ahead. A lot of people they try to do that forgiveness game because karma probably whooping their ass. They feel like I need to apologize or do X, Y, Z to try to get myself back right to a point. But then we've all been through that forgiveness stage. Like, you try to forgive somebody for something they did, but it's so hard to break it because it's always going to be the back of your mind no matter what they do. So forgiveness goes both ways. But for, like, the person that trying to give the forgiveness back, they still have to deal with that struggle of just, giving it back to them. Like, in my life, like, not so long ago with my father, I ain't heard from my dad for like good 20, 30 years. But now that he's sick, people want me to try to get back, close with him. I'm like, almost like 20 years. I haven't heard from him, but now he's sick. What's the point of me? Like, I know it's the point of me trying to go see him, but when I did go see him, the guy barely remembered me. It was almost like, to me, kind of feels like it's no point. Then another part of me is like, I got to, just in case something happens. But it's just kind of hard to balance that. Like, okay, do I, it's kind of hard for me to forgive him, but I need to try to be there too. Because I know he barely remembers, because even when he called me like a couple years ago, he called me my older brother name. And that was like, okay.
Nigga, you tweaking.
That's what I was like, okay.
Tweaking. What the fuck is you doing? Like, I feel you though.
But it's a lot with that forgiveness though.
No, it do. But like I said, it's for you. It ain't for them, though. You know what I'm saying? And it take a lot. And don't get me wrong. It take a lot to get to that point where you just like, all right, this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a conversation with Panda, bro, and I told him, I'm like, bro, like he had balled up a lot of shit towards his wife and shit. Not his current wife, but his ex-wife. And I was like, bro, if you don't let that shit go, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you let that shit define you as a person, bro. Like, I'm like, you need to release that shit. And he fought me. Panda older dude, but you know what I mean? Once he realized and he finally did it, he was like, bro, I feel so much better, bro. And I'm like, bro, don't get me wrong, it took me a long, bro, you Wayne know me, bro. Like, it took me a long time to get to this point. Like, I'm more at peace with myself now than I've ever been. And he could tell you, like, I'm like at serenity, bro. Like, but I've come to terms with what has happened in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once you come to terms with it and you understand that, you know what I mean, everything can't be controlled and some things are just out of your handle. You know what I mean? You accept things for what they are. Now I'm not saying that everything is like that. Some situations ain't no forgiving, you know what I'm saying? Like, some shit you can't forgive, especially if you did some shit for somebody and they just totally just disregard your well-being. I'm not saying you ain't no forgiving that. Like, you gotta. Sometimes people gotta get the pity pat, as in the words of Panda. Like, sometimes you gotta get them beaters, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it all comes to you. Sometimes you gotta chalk that shit up to the game. You know what I mean? Like, but it is what it is.
Right. See, that's, like my sister, when I talk to her, stuff like that, I mean, I hardly talk to him, but I try to reach out, especially, when, this COVID hit, and stuff like that,
Did you forgive COVID?
Hell no.
He said, hell no. You didn't forgive COVID? That's crazy.
But, because you never know when you never know if you're able to be here the next day. You never know. I mean,
facts, bro.
But it might be a possibility that he might be sick. But when is enough is enough? I mean, you go all these years, and then you just now want to reach out, even though and stuff like that. I mean, yeah. To me, that's when
see, that's childhood trauma, though, bro. That's childhood trauma, and that's because you feel abandoned because he won't there. But like I said, you don't know the circumstances that he was living in. Yo, all right, where you going?
And boom. This guy.
My daddy. Fuck y'all.
No. Building.
Yeah. He was going somewhere. Hey, but you know what I'm saying? That's childhood trauma. That itself is something that, you know what I mean, that's a family issue. But again, you have to be able to forgive him for that. Then you need to ask some questions of like, why did you feel like you weren't around? And I'm not saying that if you don't feel like you need to talk to him about it, don't talk to him about it. But a lot, and it's going to lead into just shit. A lot of the childhood trauma shit you got to ask questions about, because if you don't ask questions about it, you just be mad, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you probably mad and you probably be like, I'm not mad about it, I don't care. But deep down inside, subconsciously, you are mad because you want to know why he won't there. You know what I'm saying? And that's totally understandable. I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel like that, but it's up to you to be like, all right, I forgive you for not being there. Then you be like, yo, why? Because you really want to know why, and you know what I mean, you don't know what the case may be. Probably was doing some other shit. Probably got another family.
It is.
Mom, dads, you know, shit be going left, you know. Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the breakup be hard too, yo. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know what happened between mom and pops. And as a kid myself, as a son to my father, I ask these questions because I be wanting to know, like, why it didn't work out or whatever. But I mean, in reality, it ain't my fucking place. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't my place to ask those questions. Whatever happened between them, it happened between them. But you know, we human and we want to know. But at the end of the day, it does have an effect on the kid. That's why, you know, in my situation, I did what I had to do so my son could see his mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, everybody's situation different. So you can't judge every situation on what you've been through or what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to be like, all right, that shit happened. How do we move forward from this? You know what I'm saying? And that's just the reality of it. No matter how hard the situation is or how fucked up it is, or you know what I'm saying, you got to be like, all right, that shit happened. How do we make this a better situation for tomorrow instead of being mad today and causing chaos later on? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people think about how would it benefit me today. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being like, all right, you know what I mean? You got baby mamas out here that man, I seen a video that the girl was mad at the baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? So she taking it out on the kid. You know what I mean? Like, that shit ain't right. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that shit should be glorified or nothing like that, but like, if you mad at him, that comes down to communication. You know what I mean? Like, all right, y'all shit didn't work out. You gotta be able to be like, all right, well then we need to work together to make something better for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And that's I mean, that's where that shit stem from. Because if you don't, I don't know. Everybody think about today. You gotta think about tomorrow. You know what I mean? Generate some kind of communication, some kind of generational wealth, so you can move forward. Everybody's so stuck on themselves and how shit work today. I believe that everybody can be forgiven, Joe, if people put in the fucking work. If you don't put in the fucking work, then there ain't no point. Ain't no need to even talk to a motherfucker that ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't gonna, if you ain't at least trying, then what we talking about? You know what I mean? Why we here? You know what I mean? Like, you at some point you got to see your fucking fault. I mean, am I wrong here though?
No, you're 100. But see, I was like, I guess it was like a one night stand. They was like, my mom was like 15. She was at a party, and things happened, and he never called her.
Why was your mom at a party at 15? This is all. Wait a minute, what happened here? Where were her parents? That's my next question, bro. Like,
I don't know.
Slide them James to the side real quick, girl.
But yeah, to me, any man can make a baby, but a real man raises the baby.
That takes a father, bro. Again, that's a whole nother podcast.
Oh, exactly. But
Wayne don't know nothing about that shit.
But forgiveness. How do you know?
I'm just waiting for these results. That's what I'm gonna tell
you. How many times does it have to take before you can't forgive somebody? I mean, you can always forgive them, but
ain't no limit on ain't no limit on forgiveness, bro. Ain't no limit on forgiveness. Where forgiveness is where it separates is where you keep fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? You can forgive somebody all day long. It's when you take the time to be like, all right, I've had enough. I forgive you, but I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's where the difference comes in. You can forgive people all day long, all day, 365 days a year. But I can't fuck with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't rock with you because you consistently show me who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can still, yeah, exactly. You rock with somebody to the end of the world, bro. But if they continuously show you the same result, why would you keep doing it? But you got people out here that do that. You definitely got people out here that do that, bro. Like, and I'm not even gonna say that like it ain't like that. Like, that's why you got toxic relationships, bro. And like I said, big up all the women that take dudes back that cheat. You know what I'm saying? But I think people do that out of loneliness. You know what I mean? Like, that's just my personal opinion. Me personally, I don't know. Maybe. Look at my face as I say this. Maybe. Like, for real. Think about it. If somebody cheating on you, like, women do it all the time. That's why I say big up the women that take dudes back that cheat. Women take men back who cheat all the time, bro. All the time. No hesitation. I love you. I'll be with you forever. But if a bitch cheat on a dude, that nigga out. I'm gone. You lost to me. You're done. You know what I'm saying? You're done. You know what I'm saying? And there's a small percentage of dudes that take their chick back. Like, oh, I think we could. Nah, bruh. Jay-Z said it. Skeeted in your seat, left condoms on your baby seat. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I don't. Maybe, I don't know, 25 years from now when, I can't even say what the next thing I was going to say because I'm you know what I was going to say.
What gets me about women is when, they getting beaten and they're always going back to their man, no matter what. I love it.
Bruh, people like being pinatas, bro. You ain't know people like being pinatas, bro. I don't fuck with y'all don't want to say this shit. Fuck y'all. Some people like being fucking pinatas, bro. I've met a couple in my fucking life. It's weird, bro. Like, I could help you out. I don't think he would. Like, what the fuck is going on? Hey, don't listen to me, bro. That shit is not funny, but it is, bro. Yo, it is, bro. That's how that shit be. Hey, that's how. Don't listen to me, bro. I'm just saying.
A 3-piece and a biscuit, bro.
For real. Bro, it bees like that. And I be like, I don't understand. And they be like, he loved me. And I be like, man.
Nah, he just like hitting you.
If that was love, bro. Like, I don't know what love is, bro. But then again, I used to say that if you with somebody, bro, and you ain't never got physical with them, y'all ain't in love, yo. And I realized after, my whole thing, I'm like, that's bullshit, bro. Like, I don't want to fight with nobody I love with, bro. Like, we can make it into an argument about some Legos, but like, I don't want to fight with nobody. Like, Legos. I don't want to get the tussling, bro. I don't want to get no tussling, bro. Like, but you got some people, fuck, bro, for real, bro. Then you gotta forgive them for that. You know what I mean? I don't even want to speak.
Next thing you know, them boys get involved, and guess what? Guess who's guilty?
That's when loyalty kicks in. That's when loyalty kicks in because ain't nobody saying shit. Because ain't nobody saying a motherfucking thing. I don't know what happened. Why the glass broke? I
don't know.
It was broke when I got here.
Yeah.
It fucking broke when I got
crazy.
here.
Damn kids playing football in the house. Crazy.
Yo, disclaimer, that shit is toxic and I do not approve. I just want to point that shit out. I want to point that shit out. It's toxic. Don't do it. Facts.
Your favorite game is Mike Tyson Punch Out.
Definitely not, bro. But back on subject here. Back on fucking subject here. Fucking yo, I believe you can. Anybody can be forgiven, yo. But they have to put in the fucking work. They have to show you. Because after you lose it, yo, in the beginning, it's easy to show somebody loyalty, right? Loyalty is easy to forgive somebody, right? So when you first come into we talking about relationship forgiveness here. Now, when you first get into a relationship, it's easy. You ain't got to do nothing because, you know what I'm saying, y'all both on neutral grounds. She showing you the loyalty, you showing her loyalty. But then she break that zone, right? Now, the trust gone, the respect gone, the loyalty gone. All three of them bitches is gone. Now you forget them, right? You forget them. But now, you know what I'm saying? Now they got to work 10 times harder because they done lost all that shit. So now you got to put in that work. OT, you know what I'm saying? You doing you doing the 84 hours a week, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to. How else you gonna get it? How else you gonna get back good with the person that you royally fucked over? How? Tell me. You can't. Know. You gotta bring a nigga buffalo wings with the ranch, bro. With the blue cheese and the ranch. You gonna have to pay the 54 cents to bring that ranch too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta put it. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You got to, bro. You gotta bring that. You gotta get the ranch and the blue cheese now. You gotta bring. I didn't know what you wanted. I got both. You know what I'm saying? You got to. Because you fucked up, bruh. And that's not even talking about man or female. Either or, bruh. You gotta pop up. You gotta send fucking pizza to the nigga job. You gotta fucking buy this nigga edibles. What the fuck is arranged edibles or whatever the fuck that shit's called out. Arrangement edibles.
Or arrangement?
That Edible arrangement. There you go. I had it all fucked up. I'm fucked up. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
This one.
Facts. You gotta put that work in, bro. You gotta show that you want it. And if you don't, chalk it up to the game. Somebody else gonna take your spot, bro. You will be subbed, bro. Just like they did my man from Subway, bro. Look who they got now. They got all types of niggas doing this spot, bro. Like, it's reality. But not to say that person didn't forgive you for what you did. Chicks forgive dudes all the time, bro, with no hesitation. And I think it's purely because they don't want to be alone. Chicks forgive dudes all the time. Dudes be banging chicks' friends, bruh. Banging chicks' friends, bruh. They best friends. Cheryl and them, bruh. Cheryl and them. That she hang out with. He banged that junk. And she just like, I forgive you. And they pretend like that shit never happened.
I don't understand how they do that.
They don't want to be fucking alone, bruh. Nobody, the world is built so people are supposed to be together, right? You have people that are supposed to be together. That's how the world is built. Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be alone. I mean, besides probably me. I don't really give a shit, but
only for this week. That's for this week. That's gonna change again real quick.
But there's no way that I can turn around and my homie or something and sleep with his wife or his girl, man. There's no way. I couldn't do it. And then to turn around and talk to him like nothing happened, man.
That's how people be, bro.
Couldn't.
That's how they be, bro. They'll smile in your face. All the time, they're gonna take your place, backstabbers. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm usually them 70s.
Bro, I'm trying to tell, bro.
That's like my wife. Bro. That's like my wife. Today, she was telling me we was going. No, it was yesterday. We was going down to get my son, and she said, "I got to tell you something." and I don't want you to get mad. And I was like, what are you gonna say?
Yeah,
She
man.
said, well,
hold up. What's about to happen? What's going on? Hold up. I want to hear this. What she need to tell you? I'm concerned at this point.
So she works for hospice, the people that's dying and stuff. No, people that's dying and stuff like that don't have weeks or months or whatever to live. And so her last stop, she was at this old man, and he's anytime he can kick the bucket. And she tells me, he says, hey, I've been wanting to ask you something. So my wife just leans down and stuff like that because she thought that he was going to say something and everything. She said, he put her hands on her shoulder, and all of a sudden he just roomed down and then touched her on the boob. And I was like, man, I can't be mad at him, man.
Damn.
That's why we
instantly forgave a titty grab, huh?
Titty grab, though.
Damn. Would it be the same if I did it?
Bro, man, come on. He
like, no.
Yeah, like, your wife said she likes me, so let me just whip it out real quick. He said it's okay.
You're like, no. You're not. He's like, you have to be 2 inches from death, sir. Like, what the fuck?
But I thought it. I thought it was funny, man. I was like, definitely. And then she turned around. She said, all mans are nasty. That's all y'all think. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90-year-old mans and stuff like that. And I was like, well, I mean, hell.
I mean, shit. He's on death's door. He ain't had no choice. He's like, fuck, I ain't be able to do this again. Yeah, like wow. Whoa, shit, bro. Wow. Oh my God, bro.
Too soon?
Way too soon, bro. Wow. Okay. Shit. That shit caught me off guard. Wow. Man, oh man. Oh. I don't know. That's all I got for this. I gotta, man. You got anything else?
Nah.
We good.
We're good.
All right.
Subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, follow us.
Everybody
Thank you.
Have a good afternoon and have a good night. Peace.
Good night.
We're out.